Ready? A Shalom Israel with the Israelite School, a universal practical knowledge out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Command of General YAHANNA. It's the Monday class with First General Muhammad. I'm Officer Nach holding it down to the General get here. You got any questions in the classroom or online so far?
Not yet, sir.
All right, what's on occurs? All right, well, today, Barzal, looking into property taxes, redlining, and things of that nature, right? So we don't understand how systematic oppression is, right? For instance, let's say it's 1960, 1950, right? World War II just passed. Edomite could come home from World War II under the GI Bill, which was a bill passed by the oppressor, right? He could come through to the bank with $1, clothes on his back. Esau give him a loan, right? He come out, he got a loan, nice percentage rate. He's able to pay his mortgage off of that loan, right? Now us, we don't have the same liberty, right? So if he get that same, let's say you got a loan, you need a loan. Your loan is $100, right? You're gonna pay that $100 in 10 months. Every 10 months, they add $10 taxes on it, right? Let's call it taxes, right? So now you're paying $20 a month for 10 months. The lender gets $100 back for loaning you $100. Make sense? So a lender can invest $100 and make $200 back. So the bank sell your loan and the investor makes money, right? So now what they do is they make you pay a higher interest rate. That's what they call interest rate. So right. So now when you get your loan, you're gonna pay double what you borrowed. But this Edomite gonna pay more than half of what you borrowed. So when you do get a loan, when you fight tooth and nail for it, you paying triple what they pay, which is how they accrue wealth. So now 70s, 80s, they get houses, they get whatever they want. Meanwhile, our neighborhoods are redlined, meaning you can't buy in this neighborhood because it's a risk. And when you do buy in this neighborhood, it's triple the profit, or it's triple what it's worth, right? So now from here, what you get is you get trickling down. So now the neighborhood is going down, school's going down, everything is going down because there's no wealth generated in this neighborhood. This is how they destroyed us in this present day economy. This is why our parents don't got no money. You know what I'm saying? It's matter of fact, give me the scripture real quick. Hold on. Give me the scripture real quick. So like y'all got any questions, type them in on the chat, and we don't get to them now. We're gonna wait till the general come in. Give me Habakkuk 2 and 6. I bought Habakkuk 2 and 6. You know what I mean? So it's just heavy how they like racism. I try to tell people all the time, racism is a system. Racism is the judge. Racism is the cars, like when the cop car pull you over. The oppression on the front of the cop car is racism. The racism is the court building when you walk in the front of the court building and the building looks like it hates you. Racism is a system. It's the way that the earth makes you feel because you black. They don't loan us money simply because we black. That's why they don't give us money. They hate us simply because you black, which is no different than Cain hating Abel simply because he was righteous, or Esau hating Jacob simply because he's righteous. We got to understand that they hate us because we're righteous. They hate us because we're better. They hate us because we jump higher, because we flip better. The things that we do are better, and simply because of those things, you got life 10 times harder than some Edomite. Read what you got, Abad.
Yes, sir. This is the book of Habakkuk, chapter 2, and verse 6.
What?
Shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a taunting?
Matter of fact, go 2 verses before that.
Yes, sir. Verse 4. Behold, his soul, which is lifted up, is not upright in him. But the just shall live by his faith.
Go ahead.
Verse 5. Yea, also, because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man.
Go ahead.
Neither keepeth at home. Who enlargeth his desire as hell.
He enlarges desire as what?
Hell.
Go ahead.
And is as death. And cannot be satisfied.
This is the spirit of the oppressor, right? He enlarges his profit So much he just can't be satisfied. Like, how much can you take from the black neighborhood? How much of a powder can you grind us to? You dig what I'm saying? And they ask us why we blame them. We don't blame them saying that our issue is their fault. We just know where it comes from. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no fun when a rabbit got the gun. One day, this rabbit gonna have a gun. One day, this rabbit gonna have a gun. I promise you. And when the rabbit had a gun, we're gonna see if we treat them the way they treated us. Because that's what real men do. When you in the position of power and you treat people the way they treated you, it shows how you felt from the beginning. Maybe you should have never had power from the beginning. Because you see vengeance and you take it. But we know the vengeance is of the Lord. One day, man, you're going to see Esau fall. We're going to see Esau fall. Because his pride is the reason that he took over the earth. His pride is the reason that he want to take over the neighborhoods, the ghettos. His pride is the reason why it's $250 parking tickets and $125 speeding tickets. And give me some more traffic light cameras and you know what I mean? Trash tickets. You got a ticket for your trash on the curb and you got code enforcement tickets, and it's his fault. You know what I mean? It's his fault that when he desires so much, his kingdom fall. No different than the Great Depression. No different than the Great Depression. No different than Spain wanting so much from South America that it deflated itself. It's greed. It's greed. Go ahead, Abba.
But gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. Verse 6. Shall not all these take up a parable against him?
He's going to take up a parable against him. Go ahead.
And a taunting proverb against him.
Go ahead.
And say.
It's going to be a proverb. It's going to be a parable against him. What is it going to say?
Woe to him that increaseth that which is not his.
Woe unto him, destruction unto him that increases that which is not his. Mathumya, how hard you work for your money? Very hard for your money, right? You work very hard. And this Edom might say, because you black, I'm going to charge you double for this phone, triple for the phone, just because you black. What type mess is that? Right? Just because you black, I'm going to charge you triple for this house or triple for this car. You know what I mean? That's what we're dealing with. We're dealing with a beast. And I don't think we understand how diabolical he really is. We talk about it all the time, but we don't really understand like the small things. Like these presidents signing bills into office, small things that destroy us for generations. Keep going.
How long? And to him that ladeth himself with thick clay.
You know what the thick clay is? The thick clay is him wanting to protect himself. It's him wanting to cover himself. You know what I'm saying? Like he gonna cover himself with all this money, with all this wealth, all this armor. But the Lord's stronger than that, man. The Lord gonna deal with that. And it remind me of what's his name? What's the brother that went to Egypt? The brother that went to Egypt in Genesis, Joseph, right? Remember when Joseph was in Egypt, the Egyptians was they was going poor. It was a famine coming to Egypt, right? And remember what he did, Abad? They was like, yo, we don't got nothing else. So he was like, all right, well, sell me your crops. They ran out of crops. He said, well, then sell me your livestock. Sold the livestock to him. When there was no more livestock, they sold themselves, right? And once they sold themselves, he took the wealth and built Goshen, right? Made himself a city outside of where he was working at. That's what we need to do as a people. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't get ahead in this system. It's built for you to fall. You know what I'm saying? And this was just on my mind, so I don't even know. I just looked up at the thing and I just started talking about it. This was just on my mind at this point in time. You know what I mean? We dealing with a beast that never wants to see you win. You know what I mean? You can't win with this beast. So when you go get a loan, is just because you're black. You know what I'm saying? Now they got credit scores, and we as black people, all of us, Jesus Christ. You know what I'm saying? We ain't never told what a credit score was until we 47. You know what I'm saying? We 47 trying to find out about a credit score. It's too late. You know what I'm saying? Meanwhile, they got wealth at the age of 18. You know what I'm saying? They coming out the womb, you know what I'm saying, with a silver spoon. And we coming out the hood. All we got is a pistol and a couple felonies. You know what I'm saying? But we could change all that, man. We could change all that. If we knew better, we do better. Good luck, yeah. That was it on that. Any what else we got going on, Abad? Unless y'all want to keep going on that. Let's keep going. Give me Wisdom of Solomon 3 and 14.
This is the book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 3 and verse 14.
Good.
And blessed is the eunuch,
Mm-hmm.
which with his hands have wrought no iniquity.
Well, blessed the brother with his hands that wrought no iniquity. Like we all know where sin come from. As a man in the streets, we all know where our wickedness come from. We gonna tear the hood down with these. You know what I'm saying? Let somebody look at me wrong. We're gonna tear the hood down with these. We're gonna crack somebody's head open, right? We're gonna sell drugs. All our wickedness come from my hands. Go ahead.
Nor imagine wicked things against
Or
God.
even thought about things that go against the Most High. Thought about things against his brother. Thought about the things that tear down his neighborhood or his family. Blessed is that man who never did nothing wicked with his hands or even thought about going against the Most High. Go ahead.
For unto him shall be given the special gift of faith.
I remember one time, shout out to Barzal. Barzal got this song called The Gift, right? And in the beginning of the song, it's Commander YAHANNA. And I'll never forget this. I could be 100 years old. I'll never forget this. Commander YAHANNA said, the Lord gave you a gift. He gave us a gift. Take the gift. Take the gift. You know what I mean? The greatest men to walk the face of the earth recorded thousands of years ago. That's your family. These are the men you come from. You could have been born a Edomite. You could have been born somebody else, but the Lord gave you a gift, man. Royal blood. Take the gift. Keep going, Abad.
And an inheritance in the temple of the Lord more acceptable to his mind.
Listen, man, we got inheritance that's acceptable to the Lord, right? Acceptable to his mind, right? This body, this mind, this spirit that the Lord gave you is perfect. It's perfect, even though it was born out of the concrete. It was raised out of the red line. It was raised with bullet wound flying by it, with drug smoke coming up in the household with it. You know what I'm saying? Can you imagine what we'd be if we put that in the righteous earth? Can you imagine imagine what you would have been if you would have knew you was an Israelite from 2 years old. Imagine what you would have been. Matamya, he go hard. Matamya is serious. You know what I'm saying? He do not play. The Lord would have given Matamya this spirit 20 years ago. God knows where he'll be. You know what I mean? Keep going.
Yes, sir. Verse 15. For glorious is the fruit of good labors, and the root of wisdom shall never fall away.
Remember, the love of money is the root of all evil, and our oppressor loves his money. You know what I'm saying? And that's where the beginning of our evil come from. That's the general. All right, bet. You know what I'm saying? So let's get that. Give me anything else on the internet? Huh? Say anything else on the internet?
No.
All right, give me Isaiah 52 and 3. 52 and 3.
This is the book of Isaiah, the 52 and verse 3. For thus saith the Lord, ye have sold yourselves for naught.
That's what it be feeling like, man. But Thumya said he worked very, very hard for his money. Right? But Thumya worked hard for his money. He go to work just to buy a car, and they charge you triple for it. The car costs $6,000. By the time you done your loan, you didn't pay $18,000. $18,000 for a car that costs $6,000, but you work hard for your money, right? You look at the breakdown, the principal, you paid $200 on it. The interest is $400. You pay the bank $400 on your $200 every month. But we work hard for our money. Then we come home and try to feed the family with little bit we got. The pennies we got, we feed the family with it. We got to put gas in the car, right? All of this is the beginning of the stress that they put on you. And then at the end of the week, what you do? You get a bottle. You say, oh, man, turn up. We go to the club. We turn up at the club at the end of the week. And then we go right back to the slavery on Monday morning. Right back to the slavery Monday morning, working hard for your money. And they keep us in a cycle. They keep us in the vicious wheel. Read that one more time. Okay.
For thus saith the Lord, ye have sold yourselves for naught.
We sold ourselves for nothing, man. For nothing. For pennies on the dollar. You got any questions in the classroom? Pennies on the dollar, man. Pennies. Most High Christ, keep going.
And ye shall be redeemed without money.
We're gonna be. That's not how we're gonna get out of this. We can't get out of this with money. You know what I'm saying? One of the first ideas of a loan started here in Philadelphia, right? Oxford, something, I forget what it's called. What they did was they took their money and they put it together, right? So it was hard to get money. So what they did, they came together. They all had a lump sum, right? They will, let's say all of us in this room put $100 a month into a pot, $100 a week into a pot, right? By the end of the month, we got $1,000. With that $1,000, we can help you pay yours next month. And that's how they built what it started here in Philadelphia, the idea of what a loan is, right? It came from brothers coming together, and now it's the same thing as a credit union, right? That's the beginning of us coming together. That's the beginning of us fixing it and changing ourselves. When we take serious the things that we do. Madam Yah works hard for his money every day. We should take that serious. Them pennies we got, we can recreate what was once great, like Black Wall Street. Like these cities that was once all black, airports, businesses that was all black. We can recreate it, but it starts here because we can't go to work and buy ourselves out of slavery. There's no way to buy yourself out of captivity. Ask the slaves. It just wouldn't work. And then when you think about even that Kanye tried to buy himself out of his contract. They wouldn't tell him how much the contract costs. I mean, how much his masters cost because he can afford it. So what did he do? He put his masters up on the internet. Lawyers reading it like, damn, he got robbed. No matter what you are, it's a book called $1 Million Slave. No matter what you are, LeBron James come to Philly. He come to Philly, right? He gonna make the city billions of dollars, and they gonna pay him a couple million. Can we imagine? You can't imagine how. That's like you making me $1 million and I pay you 200,000. It's not. It don't even add up. So now we $1 million slaves here in America. And Cap Yadi said something so heavy. People think that we aren't in slavery, but when they say what type of job you do, they say, what field you in? What field you in? You know what I mean? Hold on. Let me get that John. 1 second. We good on the internet, Abba? Give me Matthew 22:17.
Yes, sir.
We sell ourselves, man, every day, man. We sell ourselves short. And we ain't never gonna get out of hell by going to work. We never gonna get out of hell with rap contracts. And we never gonna get out of hell with going to play football and basketball. Ain't no contract gonna get you out of hell. That's why coming into these doors every day. This is the work. This is real work. Because there's nothing that's gonna add up to what you do when you gain knowledge of who you are. You can work 1,000 hours a week. And then your car gonna break down, or your house gonna catch on fire. You lose all your money. The bank shut down. God knows what happened with all the money that you made. It can be gone in a minute because you can't save yourself with money. No different than Christ saying, I can't save myself with the bread, but by the words of the Most High is how I save myself. Read what you got, Abba.
Yes, sir. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 22, and verse 17.
No, yeah, go ahead. My bad.
Tell us, therefore, what thinkest thou? Is it lawful to give tribute unto Caesar or not?
No, this is the Pharisees. Of course, we all know who the Pharisees is. The Pharisees is no different than Christian pastors or people that think they know the Bible, and they try to push some kind of, Most High Christ. They push this doctrine on you to make you believe that you don't know the Bible. Whole time, Christ is trying to teach everybody, but their job is to just make him look wrong in front of everybody. The Pharisees' job is to make him trip up, right? That's their job. Their job is to make him look bad, right? We know how that is, right? So now, as the Pharisees talking to Christ, he's like, what you think? You think we shouldn't pay tribute to Caesar? Go ahead.
Yes, sir. Verse 18. But Jesus perceived their wickedness.
Look, Christ is the ultimate battler, right? He like, all right. I already know what you want. What?
And said, why tempt ye me, ye hypocrites?
Oh, yeah. Now, what is a hypocrite, Abba?
Yes, sir. A hypocrite is someone who says one thing and does another.
Somebody else says something? Oh, that's one.
Oh.
A hypocrite is what? A
hypocrite is when a person says one thing and does another.
Yeah. These Sadducees and Pharisees, what you got, sis? We have Matthew 22 and 17. right? So a hypocrite is a liar. A hypocrite is somebody that says, yeah, we keep all the laws. Go home and make a peanut butter and not peanut butter. What you call it? A pork sandwich. Go home and make a shrimp bacon egg, a bacon nigger sandwich. What you call it? A bacon egg and cheese sandwich, or I don't know, with abomination sandwich. Give me some with them, y'all. Whatever you making, a pepperoni shrimp sandwich. I don't know what you're making, right? You can't say you keep the laws. You can't say this. If I say I'll be there at 1:00 and I don't show up, I don't call you, I don't show up, right? And then you say come through tomorrow. I'm like, all right, bet I'll be there tomorrow at 1:00, and I never show up, right? What you gonna think about me? This nigga never keep his word. This nigga's a liar. Same difference what a hypocrite is. A hypocrite is somebody that say you keep the laws, whole time you don't. Somebody that say you believe in the Most High, you follow Christ, but Christ went this way, you don't even know that he went that way, right? A hypocrite is somebody whose word matters more than what their actions are, right? Their image is what they care about the most. That's what a hypocrite is, right? So these Pharisees, right? They care about their image and how they look to the people. So Christ seen the wickedness. What?
Verse 19. Shew me the tribute money.
He said, show me the tribute money. Go ahead.
And they brought unto him a penny.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 20.
This not the one I want. You can keep reading, but this ain't the one I want. Go ahead. Go to 21.
He saith unto them, whose is this image and superscription?
Mm-hmm.
Verse 21. They say unto him, Caesar's.
Yeah, this render unto Caesar what is Caesar's. I don't want that. Give me Matthew 17 and 24. SHALAM.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 17 and verse 24.
That's the one I want.
And when they were come to Capernaum,
mm-hmm.
they that received tribute money came to Peter.
Now, what's the difference between the tribute and the tithes? With them, y'all?
Tithe is to like when we like it's like it's paying tribute, taxes here in America, just comparative, and paying tithes is going to the work of the Lord.
Right. So the tithe is how the priests survive. Tribute is what other nations will pay to the Israelites, right? So now, read what you got again. Start from the verse you was at.
Yes, sir. This is the verse 24. And when they were come to Capernaum, they that received tribute money came to Peter and said, doth not your master pay tribute?
So who's talking, Matam Yad? No, these are the people that they said, the people that received the tribute money, right? It's the oppressor. The people that receive the tribute money say, do your master pay tributes? Do you pay his taxes? What? We at Matthew chapter 17, verse 24. What?
Verse 25. He saith, yes. And when he was come into the house, Jesus prevented him, saying, what thinkest thou, Simon? Of whom do the kings of the earth take custom or tribute?
Now, who takes the customs and the tributes, which is what Matam Yah just said? The people that take the customs and the tributes are the people that's in power, right? The people that rule the earth, or in this case, rule Rome. That's who take tribute. That's who take the money. Who take taxes here in America? The oppressor, right? We don't get paid for no taxes. When I pay taxes, they don't come to you. It goes to them. They take our tax money and do God knows what with it. What are they doing with this Philadelphia sugar tax? What they doing with the school taxes? We have no idea. What they doing with the taxes from all these tickets they writing? The money from all these tickets and whatever we paying for. And then if you don't pay the ticket in 10 days, they turn it into the $150, $300. What they doing with that money? I don't know. What they doing with it, Matam Yard? Bombing Iran. They hit the school twice. Kobe. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. Verse 26. Peter saith unto him, of strangers.
They take tribute from strangers. So we aren't brothers. We aren't family. We ain't homies. We strangers in this land where we pay tribute to. Go ahead.
Jesus saith unto him, then are the children free?
Right. Now, we don't know that we in slavery. We don't know that we in bondage, but it's this simple. Because we pay taxes to them. Read that one more time.
Then are the children free?
We can't be free. We can't be free because we pay them taxes. It's going to come a day where they pay us taxes. What we say when the rabbit got the gun. It's going to come a day where they pay us tribute. Where they bringing us their lambs and they goat. When they bringing us their money. When they bringing us the food that they didn't made or that they slaved over. When they slaving for you, Matam Yard, they going to work 30 hours a week and pay you for 27 of them. Take them 3 and go home and this piece of bread and feed your family. Ain't that what they do to us? We feeding our family with crumbs, pennies, if that. Trying to make 2 cent work. Barzal just walked in the building and said, I'm tired. I had to pull over and sleep for 5 minutes. That's how much they work, Barzal. You can't even survive off, like, minimum wage here in Pennsylvania is $7.25. It's $16 in New York. Minimum wage is $11 in Ohio and like $15, $14 in Jersey, like $18 in Maryland, whatever the case may be. It's $7 in PA. What you gonna do with $7? You can't even buy a 2-liter a pizza for $7. How you gonna pay your rent? Go ahead.
Yes, sir. Verse 27. Notwithstanding, lest we should offend them, go thou to the sea and cast a hook and take up the fish that first cometh up. And when thou hast opened his mouth, then shalt find a piece of money.
Mm-hmm.
That take and give unto them for me and thee.
Man, Christ was a bad dude. That boy Peter went out there and found money in the fish mouth. Bad dude, man. What we got on the internet, I bought? Anything up there? All right. Where we going, man? Where we going? Let's go to say again.
There's a question in the chat.
What?
Yes, sir. This is from Magawar.
Mm-hmm.
Shalom. In Genesis 32 and 28, what does power mean?
Power?
Yes, sir.
Let's go.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 32 and verse 28. And he
said 32 and 28?
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, thy name shall be no more Jacob,
mm-hmm.
but Israel.
Mm-hmm.
For as a prince hast thou power with God and with men,
mm-hmm.
and has prevailed.
He's asking what power mean?
Yeah.
Power is no different than saying the Most High's name, right? So are we children of the power, right? Israel means son of the power, which means the power is also with you, right? Read it one more time.
Yes, sir. And he said, thy name shall be called no more Jacob.
So this is Jacob coming into the truth, right? His name should be no more called Israel. I mean, no more called Jacob or whatever was called in the world. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. But Israel.
But Israel meaning what? Yasher Allah means son of the power, right? Or prince of the power. Go ahead.
For as a prince has thou power with God.
He's saying for as a prince thou has power with God. As a son of the Most High, your power comes from the Most High. This is Israel coming into the truth. Yasher Allah coming to the truth. Him getting his name. He's saying that power that he has comes from the Most High. Right? Go ahead.
And with men.
And with men. So now your power from the Most High is how you deal with the men. This is Jacob coming into the truth. And go ahead.
And has prevailed.
He fought for that name. He fought to get in the truth, like all of us did. I mean, a lot of us came through them doors with bullets chasing us. A lot of us came through them doors with tattered pants and ripped up shirts and busted cars and all type of stuff. We came through them doors with tears in our eyes, and God knows how we came through them doors, right? But when we come in that door, you find The spark. That spark that changed your life. That's that one spark. You come into class, you sit in them seats, man, and you see what power you have. You see the gift that the Most High gave you. You see that you're not just some Negro in the streets of Philadelphia or whatever city you in. You're not just what your mom called you. You're not just what they call you out in the streets. You might have had any ailment coming up or whatever you dealt with coming up. You're not just that. The Lord gave you power. The power to be a priest of the Most High. The power to be a sister of the Most High. And with that power, you could change the earth. You could change the globe. Christ told Peter just to focus on him. Follow me, watch me, walk on this water. And Peter started looking at everything else. He's looking at the storm coming, and he starts sinking. Like, see, you're not paying attention. That's what we need to do. Focus. Focus on what's in front of you, the truth, the power that the Most High gave you. And that power ain't power to assert over brothers. That power is to change the racism that we know it. Change the world as we know it. Change the globe as we know it. We got power to make our own city, make our own state, make our own country, make our own nation, build the kingdom of heaven. That's the power we got. But we go to work and waste all our power on some vending machine or some couch that we got to move or some refrigerator or some air conditioner that you got to use. And now Barzal got no power when he come to work because he didn't gave it all to Esau, right? But the power that the Most High gave you is who you are, the bloodline that's in you. He gave you the keys to the kingdom of heaven. You are the recipient of the Garden of Eden. But we go live in the hood. We walk away from the garden. But you got the power to go back, man. But you got to know who you are. Ask the brother that answered this question. Any other questions, man?
Yes, sir. Yes,
It's
sir.
something that I thought about off of that too. I wanted to pull, but can't remember. Oh yeah, that's what it was. Go ahead.
This is from UPK, Nasai, the trooper. Slaki Adawan. If I may, can I get a breakdown on Revelation chapter 20 and verse 6? Is that talking about a second millennial reign?
A second millennial reign?
Yes, sir.
Read it.
Okay. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 20 and verse 6. Blessed and holy is he that hath part in the first resurrection.
We know what the first resurrection is, right? You know what the first resurrection is? Keep reading.
Yes, sir. On such the second death have no power, but they shall be priests of God and of Christ, and shall reign with him 1,000 years.
You know what the first resurrection is about?
I want to say coming into the truth.
You want it. There you go. Keep reading at the first resurrection.
Yes, sir. On such the second death have no power.
Meaning what? First of all, what was his question one more time?
Yes, sir. It says, can I get a breakdown of Revelation 20 and 6? Is that talking about a second millennial reign?
Okay, no. Keep going.
Yes, sir. On the such the second death have no power. But they shall be priests of God and of Christ, and shall reign with him 1,000 years.
When you come into the truth, that's your first, what they call it, your first resurrection. Meaning you born again. You come into the truth, you become new man YAHANNA, right? You no longer what you was in the world. Man, look, we still got them thoughts though, man. That dude fixed my transmission, told me that number. I said, Jesus Christ. I had to turn to the old man. You know what I'm saying? Well, we know what righteousness is, right? So those thoughts are just thoughts, and we laugh at them today. But in the world, we didn't laugh at that, and you shouldn't laugh at it either. We lucky that man is behind us, right? That man is no more. He's gone. He in the first resurrection. He's dead. Right? Keep going.
On such the second death have no power.
Now, I'm here with my brothers, right? So when my soul leave my body, that death don't got no power. Why? Keep going.
But they shall be priests of God and of Christ, and shall reign with him 1,000 years.
Because the soul of the prophet is subject to the prophets. So if I die, I'm coming back as one of y'all niggas' sons. You think what I'm saying? I'm coming back as my son's son. I'm coming back right here in this body because we didn't put the work in. We didn't put our brick in, right? The Lord, I got faith in the Most High that He gonna put us in it, or put whoever passed away in a situation where they ain't gotta go through hell no more. That second death ain't got no power over you no more. You ain't gonna come back in hell as a crack baby. Go ahead. Second death is when your soul actually leaves your body. So the first death is your first resurrection is coming into this truth. You kill that old man. So that second death don't got no power because we know you coming back. We know the spirit of the Most High is going to put you in a good body, right? You're going to replenish the face of the earth and you're going to be one of these brothers' daughter, right? The second death is when your body falls in the dirt. When you die, when your spirit leave your body. That's the second death. Your spirit leaving your body is your second death because the old man is dead already. So I died already. Okay. My second death hasn't come yet. And my spirit gonna reign with Christ in the Most High forever. You understand what I'm saying? Because I found my way to that door. I found my way up them steps. I found my way to sit in that seat. I found my way to put on all black and read these scriptures. And I found my way here. So that death don't got no power over me no more. Right? Because I could have died in the streets. I could have. Yeah. When you die as a sinner. Yeah. Right. It would have had power over me because it would have had authority over me. Now I'd have been born wherever. Right. But I made it here. So the death that I go through, it ain't like, oh, you know, it don't have no power. It ain't like somebody took me off the earth young. You know what I'm saying? I made it here into this truth. And everybody that know that I'm gonna rise again. We all know I'm gonna rise again. I'm coming back. Y'all better believe I'm coming back. You better know that. I'm coming back. You're gonna be like, that's not right there. You better know that. What's up, sis? So
I got brothers and sisters that died in the second death. They're gonna come back, they're gonna be resurrected too, but are they gonna be resurrected for damnation in the lake of fire?
No. You talking about in the world?
If you die in the sins in the world, be resurrected. The second death. You die, but you resurrected again, but you was a sinner when you died.
Mm-hmm.
So when you resurrected again, you will be resurrected to damnation.
And that's what the power is, because you don't know where you're going. You don't know what your fate is, right? So Lord willing, they come back. Lord willing, that spirit get the chance to get it right. And that's why we got so much time. That's why Christ gave us the grace period. This period that we're going through right now is a grace period. At some point in time, you're going to see this earth change. And when the earth change, we know that the time is up. Time is up. And whoever didn't make it, Lord willing, they make it by the time that door closed on that chariot. No different than Noah. Noah was building that ark. And he telling them, get on this boat. Y'all got to get on this boat. They're like, nigga, you crazy. You crazy. Or Negro, you crazy. They outside partying and drinking. They got bottles. What do you say? I got a swimming pool full of liquor. I'm going to dive in it. They out there, marrying whoever, doing whatever. And I don't mean to make joke of it, but I'm just trying to get you to understand it, right? So they outside having a good time. And Noah is building an ark. And one day, it started raining. He go in that ark. He closed the door. He put them animals in that ark. He get his family. And he go inside that ark. But when that door closed, his mother's still outside. You know what I'm saying? His brother is outside. His uncles is out there. His cousins is out there. His family is out there. And they knocking on the door crying. Can you imagine what it's like to drown in the nighttime while somebody on the boat, but the angel shut that door and it ain't on open? When that day come, when that door shut, I just pray to the Lord that I'm on that boat. I pray to the Lord that I'm on that craft or whatever it is, that chariot. I pray to the Lord that got speakers on it so I can listen to some music. You know what I'm saying? That's just a joke, but you get what I'm saying, all right? That's what it is. That's what it is. That death has no power when I wasn't snatched off the earth, like just going to buy some drugs. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't snatched off the earth and my kids is crying because I was out doing some wickedness. And I'm gonna come back and I gotta fight all over again. I gotta go through it all over again. But I got faith in the Most High that when I come back, y'all gonna raise me right. You understand what I'm saying? What? Go ahead, sis.
We righteous die.
Mm-hmm.
Like our brothers and sisters in the I.S.U.P.K.
Mm-hmm.
Doing the Lord's will and the Lord's work, we die in righteousness.
Mm-hmm.
Then we'll be resurrected to glory.
Absolutely. Right. Now it's generations, right? So it's certain generations of people, right? I don't want to get too deep in the conversation, but we coming back. We coming back. And you're gonna come back, you're gonna find this truth again. You're gonna find your way to this door again. And you're gonna be in this body again. Because it was always schools in the Bible. It was all, like even in the Old Testament, they got the schools of Bethlehem, the prophets of Bethlehem, or prophets of Bethel, I believe. Right? They had prophets of different cities, Ezekiel, and all of them were in schools together. So we always been in the school. Me and Barzal always been in the school together. Me and Abad always been in the school together since Adam. It's always schools or groups of men. Ezra, he put the pulpit of wood up. He said, on my left side, I got this brother, that brother. I got Abad, Matham Yad. I got Cap Tawar. I got Taziawan. I got Cap Yadi. I got Tapazar. You know what I'm saying? I got Abayar. I got all my men. That's who he named. He named all his men, right? That's his school. And even when you read Obadiah and Jeremiah was in the same school together. All of these men were together. They were all here, right? And remember, it says that the Most High isn't the God of the dead, but the God of the living. All these brothers been here. And they all found their way back here, right? So we got faith in the Most High that if a brother was to, God forbid, leave this earth, he gonna rise again. He gonna rise in power, right? And that death don't got no power over him. The second death. All right, you got it? What's on crazy? All right, bud. What else you got, man?
Yes, sir. We got another question.
Ask that brother that they answer his question.
Yes, sir.
What's on crazy?
Would you like another question, sir?
Yeah, what?
Magawar 144.
Mm-hmm.
In Genesis chapter 34, verse 2,
Mm-hmm.
was Dinah defiled because she laid with the other nations or because he married her without telling them?
It's a good question. That's a real good question. I believe it's the first. Let's read it.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 34 and verse 2.
Mm-hmm.
And when Shechem, the son of Hamor,
Mm-hmm.
the Hivite, prince of the country, saw her,
Mm-hmm.
he took her
Right.
and lay with her
Mm-hmm.
and defiled her.
Now, this don't give you the context because it could seem as if he took her and defiled her, or it could seem as if he got with her and defiled her. But me personally, that verbiage "took" sounds a little bit aggressive. To me, it sounds a little bit aggressive. And if it wasn't aggressive, her brothers wouldn't answer with so much aggression. But anybody that don't know the story, she wound up being with this Hamite, and then the Hamite dude fall in love with her. So he goes to her father, and he's like, "Yo, I want her to be my wife." And Israel, who we just read about earlier, Jacob, his 12 sons was out in the yard, and when they heard what happened with the Hamite, two of his brothers went and said it. They said, you can have my sister, or you can have my daughter, or whatever the case may be, but all y'all men got to circumcise yourself. Now, these men is 30, 40, 50 years old trying to circumcise themselves. And when they do it, all the men in the city circumcise themselves. And when they do it, Levi and Simeon slid on the city, as we would say in Philadelphia, right? They spun on the city and they wiped out the whole city. They took all the men out, and they took all the women and the children, and they spoiled the city, right? So they answered with that much aggression. So ask yourself this: how much aggression did they respond to? Like, if she went over there like, "Yeah, this is my man Hamar," they'd have been like, "Man, look, sis, you wildin', but go over there and be with them Hamites." But they didn't do that. They was like, "No, my sister ain't gonna be over there," and they wiped the whole city out and sacked the whole city. Ask yourself that. Ask yourself, why would they respond that way? All right. Next question.
Sir. Yes, sir. This is from Abayar.
Abayar. Shout out to Abayar.
Sorry, pray. Shalom, Yahba Hashem Yahshua Barakatah.
First.
Slaki, my Lord, if I could, with your grace, may I get a breakdown of Amos chapter 7 and verse 7 through 9?
Mm-hmm.
Specifically, what does the plumb line represent?
A plumb line is what they use in masonry. When you're doing any type of work, a plumb line is how you keep your line straight, sort of like a level today. Go ahead, read it.
Yes, sir. This is the book of Amos chapter 7 and verse 7.
Mm-hmm.
Thus he shewed me, and behold, the Lord stood upon a wall made of stocking.
Mm-hmm.
Thus he shewed me, and behold, the Lord stood upon a wall made by a plumb line.
Plumb line is like a level. So it's like when you put a level on the wall and you see where the water, where the bubble is, right? So the wall is even. That's what a plumb line is today, or how you make a wall straight. Go ahead, read it again.
Thus he shewed me, and behold, the Lord stood upon a wall made by a plumb line, with a plumb line in his hand.
With a level in his hand. Go ahead.
Verse 8. And the Lord said unto me, Amos, what seest thou? And I said, a plumb line. Then said the Lord, behold, I will set a plumb line in the midst of my people Israel.
A balance in the midst of my people Israel. I'm gonna balance them. Go ahead.
I will not again pass by them anymore.
Go ahead.
And the high places of Isaac shall be desolate. And the sanctuaries of Israel shall be.
Slaki, read it one more time. In the high places of Isaac, go ahead.
And the high places of Isaac shall be desolate. And the sanctuaries of Israel shall be laid waste. And I will rise against the house of Jeroboam with the sword.
We know what Jeroboam was. Jeroboam was the king of the northern kingdom, right? He took the northern kingdom to hell because he was a king that loved idol worship. You know what I'm saying? So that's what happened with the northern kingdom. They went into idol worship following Jeroboam, and the Lord was not pleased with it. After this, you see Israel just pretty much, the Lord is asking them to return. Let's put it like that. You know what I'm saying? The Lord's asking Israel to return. Jacob fell not too long after that under was it Hosea? No, Hosea was northern kingdom. Babylon. All right. Plumb line is the level. Go ahead. Next question.
Yes, sir. This is from Glow Up. Salakia, bro, I have a question.
Salakia, what?
If a sister no longer wants to be in her marriage with a brother in the I.S.U.P.K, but you still want to make the kingdom of heaven, what should or could she do?
If she don't want to be with her husband, but she still wants to make the kingdom of heaven, I would say call your camp leader. That's what I would say. But let's say you wanted to eat pork pepperoni on a pizza. Would you still make the kingdom of heaven? If you have no head, let's say I want to be in the truth, but I don't like Christ no more. I don't want to follow God anymore because that's where your head is, right? So as a woman, you should have done your due diligence. And it's the same for a man because y'all in a relationship together. So just like you in it, he in it. And y'all should have enough brother and sisterhood for each other to fix it. So I'm going to just tell you, go to your camp leader, find out the next step that you should do as a sister in the school, and what your husband wants to do next. I'm going to just leave that there. Next question.
Yes, sir. This is from I.S.U.P.K.
YAHANNA, Lord Christ.
Shalom, Lord in Christ, sir. Slaki, if I may. Is Zidon in Genesis chapter 49 and verse 13 is still speaking in reference of the operations in Joel 3 and 4, Tyre and Zidon.
Yeah, Zidon is a city. Let's go. It might be a person. Go ahead, read what he talking about.
Yes, sir. This is the book of Genesis, chapter 49, and verse 13.
49 and verse 13. Yes, that's the same Zidon. Zebulon. Zidon is like, think today like Panama, right? It's a haven of ships. Tyre and Zidon was like a major ship port for Israel, kind of like Norfolk, Virginia, or like Sacramento, California, right? Or even like New Orleans or Houston, major port cities, LA. So Tyre and Zidon today would be like Panama City, right? A haven for ships. Read it, read what yet?
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 49, and verse 13.
What?
Zebulon shall dwell at the haven of the sea.
Which is when we think about Zabalawan, right? Zabalawan lives by a haven of ships, no different than he lived by a haven of ships in Israel. That haven today is Panama. Go ahead.
And he shall be for a haven of ships.
Go ahead.
And his borders shall be unto Zidon.
And his border should be unto Zidon. And if you want to, you can also read about Moses. Moses had further blessings or further what you call them? Prophecies. And I think it's 33, Deuteronomy 33. You can read more about Zebulon and who they are and where they'll be, the stories of Zebulon. And if just call me and I will go over it. Who Zebulon is, or even in any one of the tribes, who they are and where they are today. But yes, Zidon is a haven of ships, no different than Panama is today. But yeah, read whatever you want to read. What's the next one?
This is the book of Joel, chapter 3 and verse 4. Yea, and what have ye to do with me, O Tyre and Zidon,
Mm-hmm.
and of the coast of Palestine?
Mm-hmm.
Will ye render me a recompense?
Mm-hmm.
And if ye recompense me swiftly and speedily, will I return your recompense upon your own head?
What's this question again?
Yes, sir. Shalom, Lord in Christ, sir. Salaki, if I may. Is Zidon in Genesis 49:13 is still speaking in reference of the operations in Joel 3 and 4, Tyre and Zidon.
Mm-hmm. All right, go ahead, read it again. Read from 1.
Oh, Joel 1?
Yeah, read 1.
Joel, this book of
This
Joel.
Joel is 2 is when the Joel 2 is a rough chapter, right? About the Armageddon, right? Go to 3. Go to 3 and 1. Read 3 and 1.
Yes, sir. This is the book of Joel, the 3 and verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
For behold, in those days,
And remember, and 2, we just read about the Armageddon. It was like it's gonna be no army that was ever seen like this before. They're gonna blink and they're gonna be in front of you. They're not gonna break ranks. They're gonna be up in the wall. It's a scene that we've never seen before. Think like Independence Day or Terminator 3 or something like that, right? That's the scene in Joel chapter 2. So when it says in those days, go ahead.
and in that time,
Mm-hmm.
when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem,
Mm-hmm.
verse 2, I will also gather all nations.
So he said, in that time I will bring together the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem, and I will gather all nations in Israel. Go ahead.
And will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat,
Mm-hmm.
and will plead with them there for my people
Mm-hmm.
and for my heritage,
Mm-hmm.
Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations,
Mm-hmm.
and parted my land.
Go ahead.
Verse
So
3.
think like America, like Tyre and Zidon is like America. What we in America today? What do America got to do with the Most High though? That's where we at. But he gonna plead with America for his people. He gonna plead with us in these hoods, these neighborhoods for his people, which is why we on the corner screaming to the top of our lungs, pleading with the ghetto to release our people, pleading with Christianity to release our people, pleading with the prison systems to release our people. That's what we do. We plead with America to release us, because if not, them deaths gonna have power on us. If not, that weed got hold on us. That crack got a hold on us. You're gonna find your family walking around outside the shelter, like, "What's up, auntie? What you doing?" I'm just trying to do what's best for me. I want to do it my way. You gonna plead for America to release your aunt because she's fallen to America and its philosophies, right? What?
Yes, sir. Whom for my people and for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land.
What?
Verse 3. And they have cast lot for my people.
Cast lots mean we gamble. What?
And have given.
Where you at?
Verse 3. And have given a boy for a harlot and sold a girl for wine.
This is America. Giving a boy for a harlot, giving a boy for a harlot and sold him for a bag of wine. Read it one more time.
Yes, sir. And they have cast lots for my people, and have given a boy for an harlot, and sold a girl for wine.
Dang.
That they might drink.
Now you see the carnage. You see the situation that we in America. This is no different than the situation you look mad familiar. Oh my man, Most High Christ. Right? They said this is life today. Right? We can read this all through the Bible. This is how America is. Right? America falls. Slakia. The whoredom in America. Right? Selling a woman for a bag of wine, or you could go down any street in some of these cities. They talking about Houston all the time. It was a street called Bissonnette, right? They go down Bissonnette. Bissonnette was like Kensington with hoes, right? So we all know Kensington. You could go to Kensington and get whatever type of drug you want. Mainly, what we know today is heroin or whatever the case may be. It was like that with women down there. Women walk up and down the street like it's legal, right? That's America. America got a street like Kensington, where you can just go to Kensington and it looked like it's legal to do drugs. It looked like it's legal to get high. Like my lady, she's from Pittsburgh. First time we came to Philly, she seen Kensington and had nightmares that night. I think we saw somebody shooting up in his ride. They bent over, all crazy in Kensington. This is America, right? The Lord said He's gonna plead with America to release His people, because if not, they're gonna be on Kensington. They're gonna be on Bissonnette. Little boys, little girls, they're gonna grow up in them houses where they mom getting high and they dad in jail for life. They're gonna grow up in them houses where their cousins is touching them. You dig what I'm saying? Like, this is the life that we live in America, and we gotta find some way to make it out. Lo and behold, the Lord put a school in this city, and there's gonna be schools in every city near you. And when you walk in that door, you're gonna find out what it's like to feel real love. You're gonna find out what it's like to have brotherhood. What it's like to see children grow up in a way that you've never seen them grow up before. That's what the Lord set up, right? So now we plead with America for you to get about them streets. We plead with America for you to get about them jails, because if you don't, America is going to become greater. Just imagine if there was no crime. The cops would have no job. The prison would shut down. The judge wouldn't have no work, because everybody, you like, what's on the docket today? Shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no docket. There's nobody on there today. It's 0 people on this docket. What the judge gonna do? Judge ain't gonna have no job, but we keep the judge employed. We keep the cops employed. And the prisons full. They building new prisons. My cousin was up there recently. When they was building Phoenix, right? Graterford is this old stone prison built in like 1910, right? Graterford huge, the wall like 25 feet. Graterford was old. They had inmates in it up until 2013. So while they building Phoenix, the inmates, one of my cousins or whatever, they was like, yo, what's that over there? They're like, oh, that's for y'all kids. Yeah, that's what the CO said. That's for y'all kids. That's how they feel, because they know that our kids are going to go there. They know it. And if the kids don't go there, we damn sure will. That's how they feel about us, right? Read what you at in Joel?
Yes, sir. This is the book of Joel, chapter 3 and verse 3.
Read 4.
Verse 4. Yea, and what have ye to do with me, O Tyre and Zidon?
Oh, America, go ahead.
And all the coast of Palestine. Will ye render me a recompense?
Well, you're going to give me what you owe? You're going to give me what you owe? Go ahead.
And if ye recompense me swiftly and speedily, will I return your recompense upon your own head.
Listen, man, America going to fall just like every other superpower fell. You know what I mean? Lord willing, we allowed to see it. You know what I mean? Lord willing, we allowed to see it. Anything else? Go ahead.
This is the book of Numbers 20 and verse 6.
What's the question?
Yes, sir. In the book of Numbers, 20 verse 6,
Mm-hmm.
what is the glory of the Lord that appeared to Moses and Aaron?
What?
Yes, sir. This is the book of Numbers, the 20 verse 6.
Mm-hmm.
And Moses and Aaron went from the presence of the assembly unto the door of the tabernacle of the congregation,
Mm-hmm.
and fell upon their faces, and the
Mhm.
glory of the Lord appeared unto them.
What's the glory of the Lord? The power of the Most High. The glory of the Lord is walking in this school, right? The glory of the Lord is seeing what the Most High got to offer for you. In this case, they saw the glory of the Most High. They saw what the Most High had to offer for you, and they fell to their face and they prayed for that. Read it one more time.
Yes, sir.
Now I'll give it to y'all in a way where it's not a ookie spooky book, right? Because most people when they read the Bible, they think it's sparks and stars flying out the Bible, and it's real, people flying and Harry Potter, and you know what I'm saying? The best way to understand the Bible is to make it where you can understand it, right? So the glory of the Most High is when you come into the school and I see Captain Soccer Wall, right? When I see Captain Yatazak and all the men, when I see Captain Tazariak and General Muhammad and General YAHANNA, right? Commander YAHANNA, when I see the men, I'm like, oh my God. When I see Captain Akai walking, Barzal said he saw Captain Akai walk. That was the glory of the Lord. Just Captain Akai's walk was glorious, right? These things what draws you to the truth. You see the glory of the men. You see the glory of the sisterhood. How much they love each other. Somebody like, I'm hungry. Somebody like, come on, and they just buy you some food. It's like, damn, what's on Christ? And they do it every week, every week. And you're like, damn, like you ain't gotta keep buying me food. Like, nah, you my brother. And it's like, damn, Most High Christ. You see the glory of what the Most High has to offer for you. Read that one more time. Read that scripture one more time.
And Moses and Aaron went from the presence of the assembly unto the door of the tabernacle of the congregation, and fell upon their faces, and the glory of the Lord appeared unto them.
But for you, I'm gonna answer you and say they saw something angelic. They saw something angelic. What they saw, they understood what they was dealing with. They understood the power of the Most High. They understood that it was far more greater than them. And they fell down. They prayed to the Most High. Go ahead. All right, go ahead. Most High Christ. Any questions in the room? No. What we got? All right. What?
This is from Magawar.
Magawar?
Yes, sir.
What?
In Genesis chapter 35, verse 2 through 4, why did they give Jacob their earrings?
Let's read it.
Yes, sir. This is the book of Genesis, chapter 35, verse 2. Then Jacob said unto his household and to all that were with him, put away the strange gods that are among you, and be clean and change your garments. Verse 3. And let us arise and go up to Bethel, and I will make there an altar unto God, who answered me in the day of my distress, and was with me in the way which I went. Verse 4. And they gave unto Jacob all the strange gods which were in their hand, and all their earrings which were in their ears. And Jacob hid them under the oak which was by Shechem.
The earrings had crosses on them. The earrings was a cobblestone. The earrings was I don't know. You can see the police warner brother or a weed plant, right? The earrings was another guy, something that they felt was important to them, right? So when you see a brother, you teach him the truth. You teach him who he is, right? What the Christian cross represents and how our king was killed by that cross on that cross, right? And they continue to wear the cross is as if you're mocking someone's death, right? So when you tell them that, they should take the cross off. in honor and respect of Christ, because Christ died on that cross. Christ was lynched, right? So if your grandparents was lynched, would you wear a lynch on your a noose on your neck? Would you put a chain with a noose on? Nah, we don't think like that. So when you find out the power of the cross, you take it off. So it's like they put they necklace in his hand. They put their earrings in his hand. They get high all the time. That's their God. Their God is a weed plant. That's all they do is sit and get high. They got weed plants in their ear. He teach them the truth. And they're like, oh damn. So we can't smoke weed? He's like, no. They're like, so what should I do with these earrings? He's like, give them to me. And he put them away. Right? What they would do with that gold is real soft, right? 24 karat gold is soft. You can melt gold down into anything. You know what I mean, depending on, you can mix it with copper or whatever the case may be and change the carat of it, bronze or silver, and change the carat of the gold. So you can melt that gold down and change it into whatever you want to change it into. So we took that they gold and all of that, they jewelry, and just put it away. All right, another question.
Okay. This is from my war.
Mm-hmm.
In Genesis 35, verse 5.
Mm-hmm.
Did God put terror in the other nations because they wanted to unalive them because of what they did to Hamor and Shechem?
Read it.
Yes, sir. This is the book of Genesis chapter 35 and verse 5.
Mm-hmm.
And they journeyed, and the terror of God was upon the cities that were round about them.
Mm-hmm.
And they did not pursue after the sons of Jacob.
So like, read it one more time.
Yes, sir. And they journeyed, and the terror of God was upon the cities that were round about them.
Mm-hmm.
And they did not pursue after the sons of Jacob.
What was his question again?
Yes, sir. His question was, did God put terror in the other nations because they wanted to unalive them because of what they did to Hamor and Shechem?
That's what he said at the end of the verse, at the end of the chapter, last chapter. He said, what he said? You made me to stink in front of the other nations, right? That was 34, right? Yeah, Dina. He said he made me to stink in front of the other nations. So yeah. Yeah. All right. Let me a second. You ain't got no questions? I know you got a question. I know you got a question. I remember you. All right. Let me let's go to the Give me X 11 and 25.
Sure.
Matter of fact, before for sister, let's go to Nehemiah 8 and 1 first. We talking about all the brothers that was together and how it was always schools. Oh man.
Nehemiah 8 and 1, sir?
Yeah, you go ahead.
This is the book of Nehemiah, chapter 8 and verse 1.
So this is what we gotta understand, sis. It was always the way it is today. It was always the same. It was always men at camp yelling. You know what I'm saying? Old Testament, New Testament. You can always see what you see today. You can always see men teaching. Like when Christ was teaching, they never even knew who Christ was. Like Christ would teach and then spin off. But the Pharisees and Sadducees didn't even know who he was. They was like, oh, that's him. He was talking the whole time. He was over there talking. And they just listening to him talk. And today was like, yeah, you think you can heal my daughter too? They're like, oh, that's him. Like they didn't even know who Christ was, but he was teaching. He was speaking. Acts, Paul, Ezra. You can find stories. Ezekiel. He said, put your head tire on and go teach. So men throughout the Bible were teaching on the pulpit of wood or in the classroom. We was always in schools. We was always together. This school or the schools that we're in are no different. You might got schools in Bethel or schools in New York, schools in Philly, schools in Baltimore. You got different schools, but they all was under the Most High. You know what I'm saying? And we can read about it all through the Bible. But we're going to read this one. These brothers is at camp. Go ahead.
This is the book of Nehemiah, 8 and verse 1. And all the people gathered themselves together as one man into the street that was before the water gate.
So it's one man that was in front of the people on the street before the water gate. That's like downtown. right? The water gate was where they went to fill up their pails of water, where they went to get their food. Think like the market, the strip district, or the shop center, right? He right there at the water gate in the street. Go ahead.
And they spake unto Ezra,
Mm-hmm.
the scribe,
Mm-hmm.
to bring the book of the law of Moses,
Now they was bringing the book of the law of Moses. Go ahead.
which the Lord had commanded to Israel.
That's what the Lord commanded us to do. We out in the street teaching the book of Moses, right? Go ahead.
Verse 2. And Ezra the priest brought the law before the congregation.
He brought the what?
Brought the law before the
The
congregation.
law is this. The law is Leviticus, Deuteronomy. That's the law before the congregation. Go ahead.
Both of men and women,
Mm-hmm.
and all that could hear with understanding
Mm-hmm.
upon the first day of the 7th month.
This is Saturday at 12 p.m. Did it say noonday yet or midday? Keep going.
Verse 3. And he read therein before the street that was before the water gate from morning until midday.
So now they at camp. They standing. I don't even think they got to the pulpit of wood yet, but they outside at the water gate reading the book of the law from noon and from midday or morning until midday. Go ahead.
Before the men and women
Mm-hmm.
and those that could understand.
Mm-hmm.
And in the ears of all the people were attentive unto the book of the law.
So everybody listening is no different than us going to camp now. And I know when a bun speak, a bun be wilding. A bun be wilding at camp. A bun, that's my favorite, one of my favorite speakers. A bun go up, I'm gonna give me a chair. You know what I'm saying? Because when a bun speak, he gonna draw a crowd. You know what I'm saying? He be talking some of the things I've never heard in my life. We gotta see a bun speak one time. You know what I'm saying? But these are the people that gather in front of the camp from morning until midday, and they watching the brothers speak, bringing out the book of the law. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. Verse 4. And Ezra the scribe stood upon a pulpit of
They
wood.
stood on what?
A pulpit of wood.
And that's what you see us standing on. We on the pulpit of wood. You see us standing on the street corner. We speaking as it was commanded by the Most High. Go ahead.
Which they had made for the purpose.
That's why we made it. Like we make camp equipment. The equipment is for camp. It's not for a table. You know what I'm saying? We don't eat on this same pulpit of wood. This pulpit of wood got boots on it. And this pulpit of wood is made for a bun to stand up from morning until midday and talk about the things that a bun think about. It's a bun I can't even think about. Or in the car, or Barzal, or Abad, you know what I'm saying? Or Captaziawan, Jesus Christ, or Yediah. These men be having some camp speakings that the Lord can only give them, you know what I'm saying? Or anybody. You watching this camera, you know what I'm saying? They be having camp speakings that blow my mind. But that's what we're here for, because it's people that you could talk to that I can't talk to. People that I could talk to that you can't talk to, and vice versa. They need to hear a bun. You know what I'm saying? I need to hear a bun. I need to hear Barzal speak and the car speak and the general speak, because it helps me. You know what I'm saying? Then I go up and I speak about whatever's on my heart this week. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to tear the concrete up. And then when I get down, Captain Zion won't gonna come. And because Captain Zion was speaking crazy too. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
And beside him stood.
Now, this is what I was talking about earlier when I mentioned it. I just alluded to it, but I just pulled it for you so you can see. Go ahead.
And beside him stood Mattathiah.
It was Captain Ariah. Go ahead.
And Sheba.
It was Captain Zion. Go ahead.
And Ananiah.
Captain War. Go ahead.
And Uriah.
It was Captain Nakai. Go ahead.
And Hilkiah.
It was a bun. Go ahead.
And Maaseiah.
And Tazayah. Go ahead.
And on his right hand and on his left hand.
Mm-hmm.
Paddiah.
It was Abayar. Go ahead.
And Mishael.
It was a run. Go ahead.
Malchiah.
It was Tazarak. Go ahead.
And Hashem.
It was Shapat.
And Hashbaddanah.
And Abad. Go ahead.
And Zechariah.
And Barzal.
And Meshullam.
And you name it. Go ahead.
And Ezra opened the book in the sight of all the people.
Mm-hmm.
For he was above all the people.
So he's standing on his pulpit of wood. He's above all the people standing on his pulpit of wood. He opened the book in the sight of the people. Go ahead.
And when he opened it, all the people stood up.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 6. And Ezra blessed the Lord.
And Ezra blessed the Lord, meaning he bigged up the Most High. He spoke about the Most High. He taught about the Most High. Go ahead.
The great God.
The great God, Yahweh. Go ahead.
And all the people answered, Amen. Amen.
So be it. So be it. That's like we saying, that's right. That's right. So be it. Go ahead.
With lifting up their hands
Mm-hmm.
and bowing their heads
Mm-hmm.
and worship the Lord
Uh-huh.
with their faces to the ground.
So you get the point, right? Give me it was another camp that Paul went to. They tried to jam Paul up. What's that one in Acts? Matter of fact, what's the one where he was with was it Ishtar? With the one with he was in I think it was in Ephesus. He was in one of them cities, and he was speaking against the guy with the female guy. I think it was Ishtar or something like that. Diana, was it Diana? Yeah, Diana. Yeah, give me that drum. Yeah, I got it. Acts 19. Let's see. It's Acts 19. 19. What we starting at? A bun? Give me 19 verse 8. Start at verse 8. This whole John is heavy. It starts at verse 8, but the riot broke out on verse 23. So let's read from 8 down. Start at chapter 8.
Yes, sir. This is the book of Acts 19 verse 8.
Good.
And he went into the synagogue and spake boldly for the space of 3 months.
But they say, lift up thy voice like a trumpet, right? So that the whole world hear you. You know what I'm saying? I just paraphrase that. But he went to that synagogue. Now they were going to the synagogues where they would learn that, right? Think like going into a church, right? I'm saying we're gonna go into churches, but that's where they would go learn that. Because at this time, the Sadducees and Pharisees had already set up places where they would go learn that, right? Like the Colosseum, you know, buildings like that, or like some grove where we would see, or like a statue place where they would go learn and teach and be at. So Paul went to these synagogues, or Paul went to where they would teach it, where they would learn that, and spoke boldly for 3 months. Go ahead.
Disputing and persuading the things concerning the kingdom of God.
He disputed and persuaded. He talking about the Most High, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Christ, right? Mind you, Paul, he talking about Christ and what Christ did. Go ahead.
Verse 9. But when divers were hardened and believed not, but speak evil of that
So now he got hecklers at camp. Go ahead.
way before the multitude, he departed from them and separated the disciples, disputing daily.
He was teaching daily. He had camp speaking daily. Go ahead.
Disputing daily in the school of one.
In the what? In the what?
In the school.
So this is the school in Tyrannus. So he split the camp up. He got brothers in Tyrannus. He's in Ephesus. Go ahead.
And this continued for the space of 2 years.
So now they at camp. They rolling with this camp for 2 years. Go ahead.
So that all things which dwell in Asia heard the word of the Lord Jesus.
Asia is like what we would say they Turkey. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever that land is, Ottoman, whatever, above Macedonia and all of that. Go ahead.
Both Jews and Greeks. Verse 11. And God brought special.
And mind you, Rome was in charge in this time, but you know what I'm saying? The people spoke Greek. Greek was a superpower. So Rome was in charge, but Greek was still the philosophy. Go ahead.
And God brought special miracles by the hand of Paul. Verse 12. So that from his body were brought unto the sick.
So he wasn't just speaking. The men that saw Paul, they was like, Paul gotta be of the Most High, because it ain't just him speaking. He got all type of programs. You can see the power that Paul had, and the brothers that was with him had. The school had power. You could see the Lord. You could see that this was the truth. Go ahead.
So that from his body were brought unto the sick handkerchief or aprons, and the diseases departed from them.
He healing the sick. He getting people off of drugs. He getting them out of the neighborhoods. He getting them off the stripper poles. He doing miracles, things that we thought couldn't happen. Sometimes I thought my aunt couldn't get off drugs. I thought my cousin would never stop smoking weed. Here he go with a headpiece on, all black. Jesus Christ. I thought my sister would never ever stop stripping. She need money. Jesus Christ. I see it today. I seen the power. What?
And the evil spirits went out of them.
And that's what we pray for. We pray for them spirits to go out of them. That's what we doing at camp. We don't speak to people at camp. We talking to the spirits. Go ahead.
Verse 13. They searched in the back of our Jews.
Go ahead.
Exorcists
Mm-hmm.
took upon them to call over them,
Mm-hmm.
which had evil spirits
Mm-hmm.
by the name of Lord Jesus.
Now, let's just call this it's vagabond Jews is men that's not in the truth, right? This is a fake group. Go ahead.
We adore you like Jesus who called preachers.
Uh-huh.
Verse 14. And there were 7 sons.
So we're gonna skip down this because this is the vagabond Jews, right? The fake Israelites, as we call them. Go to 23.
Verse 23. And at the same time, there were no small stirs about that way.
Now it was no small stirs in the street. At this time, it was popping at camp. Camp was popping. Like when the bun started talking, or when the car said something, he was like, I pray the Lord strike down all these Edomites. And then once he said it, this old white lady fell. Boom, she tripped over the curb and everything came out her bag. You remember that, Matham Yat? Her bag was like this. Everything shot out her bag, and it was like she fell, hit the ground hard. I was like, damn. And then the very next week, it happened again. Like again, the same way. I was like, it's like I was watching the movie. Am I lying, Barzo? You was there, Matham Yat? It happened the very same way next week. The car was speaking last week, and he was like, yeah, all Edomites is child molesters, right? And somebody came out, she was, whoever that person was offended. It was like, I don't touch kids. He was like, I don't believe you. And then that thing, whatever it was, I don't even know if it was a man or a woman, just pulled the shirt down and showed the breast. And somebody was in the back was like, you ain't even got no areolas. Oh my God. Oh my God. This is them type of camps. But you missed it. It's one of them type of camps, right? Go ahead.
Yes, sir. Verse 24. For a certain man named Demetrius, a silversmith,
a man named Demetrius, and his job, like we was talking about earlier, he worked in Ephesus, meaning he was a slave to Ephesus, right? He was a silversmith, meaning he crafted silvers like this. He made this type of thing. He made cups and bottles and bowls and trays and this type of stuff. He was a silversmith. Go ahead.
Which made silver shrines for Diana, brought no small gain unto the craftsmen.
So now he was a man that made small shrine for Diana, but he didn't bring no small gain to the craftsman. He made money in his trade. He was big with his trade. Go ahead.
Verse 25. Whom he called together with the workmen of like occupation.
Now, a bun. Who is Diana? I think it's Ishtar. It's like Apollo's sister or it's some Roman goddess or god of fertility or something like that. But I think he got like 1,000 breasts on it. But go ahead.
And said, Sir, you know that by this craft we have our wealth.
So now he's speaking against Diana, but them making Diana is what make them their money. So they make cups, or they make cups with Diana on them. They say Merry Christmas, right? And we going up there, we like, God hates Christmas. They're like, yo, that's how we make our money. And he like, well, God is going to damn Christmas and the holidays. They're like, yo, what you doing? This is how we make our money. So they offended. Go ahead.
Verse 25. Whom he called together with the workmen of like occupation. It said, Sir, you know that by this craft we have our wealth.
So he called together men that do the same work. And now it's a battle at camp. You follow me, sis? This I'm telling you, this ain't new. Like when we see us at camp, we see us in these schools and sitting in these chairs. This ain't new. This happened time and time and time again. The men that were in the truth are always in the truth. This is no different than the bun at camp on the car at camp the other day. This happens every week. And it's been happening every week since then. Go ahead, Abad.
Verse 26. Moreover, ye see and hear that not alone at Ephesus, but almost throughout all Asia, this Paul had persuaded and turned away much people.
They saying, yo, it's not just in this city. In Ephesus, Ephesus was big. Ephesus, think like New York, right? Ephesus was humongous. It was like the major hub of Asia Minor, or whatever you call it, right? So it was a big city. So it's like not just in Ephesus, but all of Asia Minor. So not just in Philly, all of Pennsylvania, not just in Miami, all of Florida, not just in New York, all of America. You know what I'm saying? Not just in one city or Toronto, they in all of Canada. So all through Asia Minor, he tearing up the streets. He causing a ruckus. Go ahead.
Saying that they be no God, which are made with hands.
He said, say what?
Saying that they be no God, which are made with hands.
So Paul saying this all over Asia, saying like whatever you make with your hands is not a God, right? Oh, it's like it. What you got? Oh, you got Diana? It's like it. If you could give him the mic.
This is on the Victoria Bible Dictionary, page 216. The definition of Diana. Diana, the Roman goddess of the moon, a daughter of Jupiter. She was the twin sister of Apollo, who was associated with the sun, as she was with the moon. She was represented as a virgin huntress and was widely worshipped.
So it's no different than like May, woman's Women's Day. What's the one Women's Day? Mother's Day. It's like Mother's Day. And we saying they got Mother's Day cards, and we like God hates Mother's Day. I love my mother every day. You love your mother one day. You let the Edom might tell you when to celebrate your mother. Go ahead, Abun.
They're alluding to later the definition that is associated with the moon goddess Ashtoreth.
Ashtoreth, that's what it's, which is Easter, right?
I believe so.
Yeah, Ishtar is Easter. So it's a woman god, no different than the month of May is named after Maya, which is a woman god, right? So think around this time, he cooking, he at camp cooking, and they're like, this is how we make our money. We make these little Dianas, and then when we sell them, you trying to make us poor. So if everybody stop buying Dianas, we don't have no more money. So this is what we was talking about this earlier at the beginning of the class. The love of money was the root of evil, right? The money is what keep us in slavery. So now, when we talking about this Matam Yard, they more so worry about the money than what Paul is saying. They don't care about the truth. They don't care about God or Christ or Matam Yard. They don't care about none of that. All they care about is their money. Keep going, Abba.
Saying that they be no God, which are made with hands. Verse 27. So that not only this our craft is in danger to be set at naught, but also that the temple of the great goddess Diana.
And I think this temple, you could check, correct me if I'm wrong. I think this temple was humongous. The temple of Diana in Ephesus was big, like Colosseum big. You know what I'm saying? So now this is how they make their money. And on top of that, it's a woman god. Like it's like a goddess. Let's like, I'm gonna make this god. Oh, she gonna have areolas. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a woman god. They created a goddess and they, putting it on their keychain, making earrings out of it. You know what I'm saying? Making necklaces out of it. And the temple of Diana would fall if Paul kept talking. And I think Paul was in the temple of Diana, actually. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. But also that the temple of the great goddess Diana should be despised.
They're gonna start hating the temple of Diana. Go ahead.
And her magnificence should be destroyed.
Go ahead.
Whom all Asia in the world worship.
All Asia and all the world worship this goddess. Go ahead.
Verse 28. And when they heard these sayings, they were full of wrath. And cried out, saying, great is Diana.
So now when they heard this, they at camp and they all got upset. They all yelling, great is Diana. That's like them telling us get a job. Remember they used to say it? They don't say that no more, do they? I ain't heard that in a while. Get a job. God loves you. Oh shit. God loves everybody. What they say? That's pretty much the main two they say. God loves everybody, get a job. They start yelling back at the king. Right? Go ahead.
Oh God. Great is Diana of the Ephesians. Verse 29. And the whole city was filled with confusion.
So now mind you, they down by the water gate. So they down like by Center City. They down where it's a crowd, right? So now the whole city is full with confusion. So now it's not just a few people outside, the men that work in the city. Now everybody outside. So now this ain't just, remember the Villanova camp? Yeah. Yeah, I wasn't there, but I was there the next day, right? Villanova in Philly, when Villanova won the whatever they played for college basketball, NCAA, something like that. Villanova won. And we was at camp, right? I was not there. However, I heard the whole concession stand got thrown at us. Milk, cheese, pretzel, everything, right? I think Captain the Cod wore everything on the concession stand in his beer, right? This is the city coming against the camp. It's no different than us today at camp, right? So now confusion in the whole city. Go ahead.
And having caught Gaius and Aristarchus, men of Macedonia,
Go ahead.
Paul's companions in travel,
That's
they
homie.
rushed with one accord into the theater.
The theater is the Temple of Diana. Go ahead.
Verse 30. And when Paul would have entered in unto the people, the disciples suffered him not.
They was like, no, Paul, you gotta chill. Don't go in there. Because I know you about to go up there and speak again. Don't go in there. Go ahead.
31. And certain of the chief of Asia, which were his friends, sent unto him, desiring him that he would not venture himself into the theater.
Go ahead.
Verse 32. Some therefore cried one thing, and some another.
Now, it wasn't just this city. I think when he went to Derby, too. Was it Derby? He got beat up in Derby or Laconia or something like that. He got beat up in a bunch of cities. Christ, I'm saying, like, this is how they treated us for teaching the truth. Like, we teach the Bible. Christ would deal with the Sadducees and Pharisees with scriptures. The Sadducees and Pharisees come to them with emotions. Like, well, what do you think about eating on the Sabbath? And he like, well, man's supposed to eat. Sabbath made for the man, not man made for the Sabbath. And he like, well, who do you pay your money to? And they trying to cut him with how they feel. And Christ will cut him with the scriptures. Like the what was the John with the wine, the boy that owned the house. He had a wine press in his house, and he was like, y'all don't accept his son, y'all killed his son. You know what I'm talking about? He rented out his wine press. So
you're talking about the guy who it's a parable.
Yeah, it's a parable.
But it was the Lord, and he owned the building.
Yeah, the landlord.
Then, he left these guys in charge of it, and then they started doing all kinds of stuff. So then he sent his messenger. They beat the messenger. Then he sent the son.
Find that for me.
And then they killed the son.
Find that for me.
And then when he comes, how else shall he be?
Exactly. Hold on. Hold on, what's up? If you can find that for me, since you know where it is, you got it? Where's it at? Nah, that ain't it. That ain't it. All right, one second. Salakia. 1 second. Matthew 21 and 33. You start, wait, hold on. 21 and 28. Start at 28. Hold on. Damn, this whole chapter crazy. Dang. Start at 25.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 21 and verse 25.
Dang.
The baptism of John, whence was it? From heaven or of men?
Now, he talking to the Sadducees and Pharisees, right? He said, now the baptism of John, was it from heaven or from men? He about to cut him, right? Go ahead.
Yes, sir. And they reasoned with themselves, saying, if we shall say from heaven, he will say unto us, why did ye not believe him?
So now he know you can't respond either way because you didn't follow John, but you say you follow the Most High. If you follow the Most High, you would have followed John. So they reason with each other. Go ahead.
Verse 26. But if we shall say of men, we fear the people.
They fear who?
The people.
The people, which we just talked about in the other chapter, the people was the men that come against you. The Sadducees and Pharisees feared the people coming against them. As we saw, Paul didn't fear the people. Paul's about to go back out there. They're like, no, please don't go back out there. But the Sadducees and the Pharisees, they feared the people. Go ahead.
For all hold John as a prophet.
Everybody hold John as a prophet. Go ahead.
Verse 27. And they answered Jesus and said, we cannot tell. And he said unto them, neither tell I you by what authority I do these things.
So at first they had asked him a question, right? They had asked him a question. And he said, I'll answer your question if you answer mine. Right? And he was like, that's what he asked about John. And they said, we can't answer. We said, well, I can't answer you neither. And then he told them this parable. Go ahead.
Verse 28. But what think ye?
He said, what you think about this though? Go ahead.
A certain man had two sons.
It was a brother that had two sons. Go ahead.
And he came to the first
and
said, son, go to work today in my vineyard.
Go ahead.
Verse 29. He answered and said, I will not. But afterward, he repented and went.
All right, so it says, we in Matthew 21 and 28. Jesus Christ, we got to stop. Matthew 21 and 28, right? So it said, what you think? A brother had two sons, right? And he came to the first son and said, go work in the vineyard. And the son answered and said, I will not. I'm not going out there today. But afterwards, he went. He's like, Dad, I ain't going out there. And then he went. Go ahead.
Verse 30. And he came to the second and said likewise. And he answered and said, I go, sir, and went not.
Now, the brother with the Maurice, right? Yeah. So now he had two sons, right? He said to his one son, go outside and work on the vineyard. And the one son was like, nah, I'm not going. But he went. And then the other son said, all right, I'm going to go. But he never went. Which son is wrong? Yeah, man, yeah.
Oh, yeah, the second one.
The second son, why?
Because he said he was going to go with it.
Yeah, that's a hypocrite, right? We spoke about earlier about being a hypocrite. Keep going. You want to read? Go ahead. Matthew 21 and 31.
Matthew 21, verse 31.
What?
Whether the son did the will of his father, they said to him.
They said whether the twain did the will of his father. Which one of them did the will of their father? What?
They say unto him, the first. Jesus said unto them, verily, I say unto you that the publicans and the harlots go into the kingdom of the God before you.
Publicans are like, if I'm not mistaken, publicans are like tax collectors, like debt collectors, right? That's right, Abun? Publicans are like men that come collect debts, and you know they hate them. Sinners are men that, go ahead, what you got?
Publicans, a tax farmer that is collector of public revenue.
Right. So they come in to collect your money. So if you owe taxes, right? You owe back taxes. Think like a loan shark. Not like that, but like think like somebody that's coming to get their money, right? So these are men. A sinner was somebody that couldn't afford to pay for their sin, right? So if I smack my girl, boom, right? They like, yo, you shouldn't have did that. They like, you gotta give me 2 turtle doves. I'm like, I only got 1 turtle dove. They're like, you a sinner. Go over there. So a sinner was somebody that couldn't afford to pay for their atonement, right? They will become publicans to make the money back, right? This is a job. We were talking about earlier. It's a job. He's a publican. That's what he does for his job. So the publicans, and who else he say? The harlots. You know what the harlot is, right? So he's saying that the publicans and the harlots, go ahead.
The publicans and the harlots go into the kingdom of God before you.
So he's saying the men that go to work, right? And the women, I ain't gonna say that. The men that do work out here in these streets, and the women that do work out here in these streets will go to heaven before you, because you the one that say you better than them, but you're not. You the one that say you're gonna go to work, but you don't. And them men right there, they say they're not gonna go to work, but they do. Keep going.
Verse 32. For John came into you in the way of the righteousness, and ye believed him not.
Go ahead.
But the publicans and the harlots believed him. And ye, when ye had seen it, repented. Not afterwards.
So John came to you in righteousness. John came to you and told you the truth, and you didn't follow him. But you know who did follow him? The niggas that work in the streets. Excuse me, I'm sorry. The brothers that work in the streets, the women that's working hard. They follow John, right? They gonna do what John told them to do. He chilling with them. That's who Christ was chilling with, the publicans and the sinners. Those was his people. That was his company. Go ahead.
And ye believed him. And ye, when ye had seen it, repented not afterwards, that ye might believe him.
Go ahead.
Verse 33. Here are another parable.
This the one right here. Go ahead.
There was a certain householder which planted a vineyard and hedged it around.
So it was a certain householder. Think like a landlord, right? Or somebody that owns a house. There's a certain man that owned a house. He planted a vineyard. Vineyard is where grapes grow, right? So it was a man that owned the house. He planted a vineyard. Go ahead.
And hedged it around about, and digged a wine press in it. And
so he hedged the house round about and built a wine press in it, right? Wine press where he take them grapes and he make money out of it. Go ahead.
And built a tower and let it out to the husbandmen and went into a far country.
Think husbandmen like his homeboys or his friends, right? Or his associates, right? He built the tower and rented it out to his associates, right? So now he got a property with a vineyard and a wine press and a tower. He rent the tower out to his associates. Go ahead.
And when the time of the fruit.
Shalaka, where you at? One more time. Where you at?
Verse 34.
All right, go ahead.
And when the time of the fruit drew near, he sent his servants to the husband.
Hey, Abba, ask the chat if they can hear us. Ask the chat if they can hear it, if they can hear the class, or is it too loud? All right, go ahead.
You want me to repeat that verse?
Yeah, go to verse 34.
Verse 34. And when the time of the fruit drew near, he sent his servants to the husbandmen that they might receive the fruits of it.
So now when the time came for the harvest to come, he sent his servants or the men that work for him to go to his associates to go get the money, right? It's rent time. Pay the rent. Go ahead.
Verse 35. And the husbandmen took his servants and beat one.
They beat him. They beat the men that he sent to go get this money. Go ahead.
And killed another.
And killed another one. Go ahead.
And stoned another.
So he sent his men to go ask them for what was due. Now they said we're gonna pay you. They signed the contract. We're gonna pay this money to you every month. But when he sent his men to go get this money, they stoned him. They killed him. Go ahead.
Verse 36. Again, he sent other servants more than the first, and they did unto them likewise.
He sent more servants. They did unto him likewise. So now the servants that he sent, right? They hated him, right? When they seen the prophet, gave it to you. When they seen the servants coming, they would stone him. They would kill him. They would unalive him, right? And so, go ahead, keep going.
Verse 37. But last of all, he sent unto them his son, saying, they will reverence my son. But when the husbandmen saw the son, they said among themselves, this is the heir.
So I gave it to y'all, but who were the servants? Go ahead. Maurice.
The servants was his prophets.
The prophets, right? Said he sent many servants, and they stoned one. They hung another. I ain't say hung, but they stoned one. They killed another, right? They treated them badly, right? Elijah, they doing all type of stuff to these servants, these prophets, right? Then he sent his son. Did you read about the son yet? I couldn't hear you.
Oh yeah, this verse 38.
Verse 38, go ahead.
But when the husbandmen saw the son, they said among themselves, this is the heir. Come, let us kill him.
Now, who are the husbandmen? Go ahead. What's your name again? Cody, that's right. Who are the husbandmen?
The husbandmen are the Sadducees and Pharisees.
Yes. Let's just say it's the Jews or the people,
Okay.
right? Because the Sadducees and Pharisees are the leaders of the people,
Right.
but the Jews are the people.
Right.
So he sent the prophets to the people and they denied him.
Right.
He sent the son to the people. Did you finish this verse yet or no?
And they killed.
All right, let him finish this verse.
This is the heir. Come,
They
let
said
us
they
kill
said they
him.
was like, yo, this the heir, this his son, this the man that owned the crib, this his son, this the one right here. So wait, keep going.
Come, let us kill him, and let us seize on his inheritance.
So they're like, yo, if we unalive him, all is gonna be ours. He don't have no inheritance. So now if his son go and then he go, who get the land? Who get the property? That's Israel. That's the Jews. That's why the Lord asks about Tyre and Zidon, right? That's why the Lord asks about all these places like America, because we think like that. That's the mind of an Edomite. We think money is going to get us out of our captivity. We think that we're going to press enough wine to get out of captivity. It don't work like that. You could press thousands of bottles of wine and you'll never be rich, because one day the wine ain't going to grow no more. One day the bill going to come bigger than the money you got. One day the fire going to take down the land, and now the fire going to take down the land, and now you done killed the, it's like, I don't know if I can say that. I can say that word, but you done unalive the people that can help you, right? Because the servants come from the landlord, and if he got one, you know he got two. You know what I'm saying? He got the kingdom. He got the keys to the kingdom. He can make your rent free. You never know what the landlord done. All you had to do was pay what you owed. But greed and pride, wanting to be like your father, the devil, is where that spirit comes from. And you try to take what's not yours. We read about that earlier. We read about that somewhere. But the thick clay. We talk about the thick clay. That's the one I'm talking about.
So I get knocked, but this is a little bit kind of like off topic.
Mm-hmm.
But what you just said, bro, is that like how women are with the child support system?
Say again?
Like what you just said when you was like, you are your father, and you think like an Edomite now, and now you want to take what is not yours.
Yeah.
And now you want to, in essence, extort a man for something that y'all already may have had an agreement of some sort, and now you wish to wield the power of Edom against this man.
Yeah.
Overtake him. Is that could we in essence say that is the same spirit that's fallen over our women who actually use the child support system?
Yes. They use it as a weapon. I think General Muhammad used to say, wasn't it General Muhammad say that they look that sisters are like Esau's lieutenant? Didn't he say something like that? Something along those lines. He used to say that the sisters are Esau's lieutenant. It's like they what do you say? Children are oppressors and women rule over them, right? They use the women, they use the children against you, right? They use the children as a weapon, and by doing so, it keeps you in check, keep you having to go to work. I think child support is the only crime where you can get locked up for being broke. You ain't got no money, they take you to jail. You know what I'm saying? Like your bank account on zero, you missed a couple payments, you go to jail for 90 days, and then you got to come out and start all over again. And it's hell. It's like it never ends. And then you got to pay back when you was locked up. And it just keep going. It's like this it never stops. So absolutely, you know what I'm saying? It's them taking the spirit of Esau, which is the love of money, to destroy your brother, right? The spirit of Esau, the spirit of Cain, is the spirit that hates your brother or hates your sister. That's his spirit. We didn't get that. The Lord gave us a different spirit. We got brotherhood. We got compassion. We love one another. But the Esau in you make you hate each other, make you hate one another. So yeah, that would be the same thing. You know what I mean?
Could we say the indoctrination?
Say again?
Could we say that more or less the indoctrination as opposed to the Esau in you?
An indoctrination? It's not really a doctrine. It's just more so. It's more so a spirit. It's more so. It's what they taught. It's like it's not taught, but it's like it's just is regular. It's natural. Because we grow up in America, they see their mother do it. I guess you would say it's indoctrination. Their mother do it, their grandma do it. Everybody taught to do it. So now if you have a baby with a woman and you're not with her no more, she's going to use the child against you. Or if she, for some reason, push you out the house or whatever the case may be, the child becomes a weapon. You know what I'm saying? No different than if you have a house and you're divorced, everything you own becomes a weapon. And it's taking what you have to use against you. You know what I'm saying? And what they're trying to do is destroy you by going through your pocket. You know what I'm saying? And that's why they say, I'd rather live on the house, I'd rather live on the roof with a lion and a bear than live with a scornful woman. Right. And then it said like a woman's hand is like bands. You know what I'm saying? It's trying to trap you. And he that follow the Most High, focus on the Most High, escape from her. You know what I'm saying? But the only way you can escape from her is to follow the Most High. Because as soon as, like when Peter was in that water, as soon as you're not paying attention, that's when you fall victim to all the hell and all the pitfalls that's set up for you. And know that it's 1,000 traps. It's 1,000,000 traps. Landmines, bear traps, all type of traps. As brothers in here, they'll tell you. We didn't been through it. You know what I'm saying? But you stay focused. You come to class, you get the counsel, and I promise you, you'll make it through it. Ask these brothers that's sitting in this class with you right now. Ask them what they've been through. And they'll tell you. They stayed focused. They followed the men of the Lord, and they won. They won. You know what I'm saying? So you could do it too. I'm saying if we could do it, you could do it. You know what I mean? Any more in that scripture? So like it. The sister got a question. How about?
I have a question about when Christ asked them a question, they didn't want to answer. And then when they asked Christ a question, Christ didn't want to answer. He explained that. What was that about? Why did Christ didn't want to answer their question?
They don't have the answers. So I think it was Paul. So Sadducees and Pharisees had a different belief on reincarnation, right? So when he asked Paul, I think was it Paul or Christ? One of them. Christ. So Christ asked a question to the Pharisees about resurrection, right? And it started a disagreement between the two, because they know if they answer the question, then they got to deal with the people. The people was like a flash mob, right? And all they want to do is stone you. All they want to do is crucify you, which is why they brought the woman down to Christ. Christ drawn in the sand. And they like, yo, this woman, she was a harlot. She got mad husbands. And he just drawn in the sand. And they're like, all right, he who without sin cast the first stone. And everybody left. And then she was still standing there. And he was like, I'm not going to stone you. Go forth and sin no more. So by asking questions, they can't answer, because if they do answer, then their punishment will be on them, which is what we just read. So now it's like they couldn't say John was from God because they didn't follow him, right?
They will be convicted.
So it's conflict. So they would just do what's safe, which is just battle, just argue. We call it the Christian shuffle, right? It's like you asking a Christian to pull another scripture while God love everybody. And they go like, well, Jesus, he loved it. Just blood of Jesus, and you just follow the blood of Jesus, and I'm sanctified through Christ Jesus. That's the same spirit. If I ask you a question, you won't have an answer if you don't know, which is why we all come here, because we have answers. So we ask questions, and the general was able to give us answers. The captain was able to give us answers, which is why we all sit in these seats, because we found somewhere where we can get those questions answered. The Sadducees, the Pharisees, the Christians, the Islam, the Buddhists, they don't got answers. It's just confusion. Go ahead.
Why did Christ want to answer that question?
Christ had the answer. Oh, you said why didn't he answer? He did answer the question, but he answered the question where it would confound them. Okay. It was a battle. So this question we read right now, he said, they said something about following John the Baptist, right? And he said, I'll give you your answer if you give me mine. And then he asked him a question and they couldn't answer. He said, well, I can't answer your question, but listen to this. And then he gave him another parable. You know what I'm saying? So in the parable, he about to cut them to hell. And they're going to see themselves in the parable. When he talking about the housemaid, what was it called? The house husbandmaid. They were the husbandmen. He was right. They are the Sadducees and Pharisees, right? And they see themselves in the Sadducees and Pharisees. They can't see themselves in the servant. They can't see themselves in the son, but they can see themselves as somebody that's stoning the son or unaliving the servants. So he's telling them, "You're the husbandmaid." In the parable,
He was talking about
yeah, absolutely. And that's why when they would sit down, the disciples would be like, "Yo, why you always talking in parables?" And he like, "It ain't for everybody to understand." So think like content. You know what I'm saying? He would cut them in front of the people. So he didn't speak against the Sadducees and the Pharisees, but he said it so eloquently that they understood who he was talking about. Everybody understood it. But you can't say that he broke the law. You can't say that he spoke against the Sadducees and Pharisees. You just can't say it because the way he said it. Good.
Stay in the parables, the Pharisees and Sadducees.
They had to, because if we read down to the end of the scripture, it'll say they knew he was talking about them. What you got? Cody, right? Cozy. All right. You good, sis? All right, a bun. Could you get a brother the mic?
Just to piggyback on parables, is it safe to say that parables were kind of set in stone ever since David with Nathan? I
couldn't hear you. Say it again.
I said, is it safe to say that parables were set in stone since David and Nathan?
David and Nathan?
Yeah.
Explain.
It was so effective in terms of when the prophet Nathan came to David and told him about the ewe lamb.
Yes. Yes.
And then, because I'm trying to remember if there was one prior to, I'm not really remembering one, but I know that was the strongest one. And when David became so excited, like, oh, he gonna get this, that, and the third, and they said, David, you're that man.
Parables are,
and it kind of continued on through the book. I apologize for cutting you off.
I heard some people call them dark sayings because some people they have no end and have no beginning. They move like the wind. They come from the wind. You don't know where they're going, where they're coming from. Those can be considered parables too, or dark sayings, or proverbs, right? It's any saying that's hard to explain, but you gotta have the spirit to get it. You know what I mean? And that's what coming into the truth is. The Bible is Harry Potter for the Sadducees and Pharisees. They can't understand it. It's locked. It's closed. But in here, when you listen to a bun, when we after camp, we be talking about Leviathan and all type of stuff, right? Just the eyes burning in the ocean. We be having talks about when do the baby get the spirit, before they born, after they born. That's what we do. After camp, we be talking about parables and all type of stuff. And that's being here is how you understand the Bible. You understand deeper than you would have ever understood it if your church man or pastor man told you anything. I remember I was a young boy and I used to fall asleep, and then he read something in Peter, and he was like he was hung on a tree, and I walked out. I was like, "Yo, why I say he hung on a tree?" I mean, and they was like, "Just keep coming, and you'll understand it as you get older." And I remember I got older, and I came in here, and I asked it to the teacher. I used to sit in class like this, just stone. I didn't want it, but I did at the same time. It's weird, but anyway, I used to ask the teacher, I asked the teacher, what is the tree? He said he was hung on a tree. What's the tree? And they said, what's the cross made of? And I was like, well, damn, it's just that simple. But the pastor didn't have that answer, but Captain Soccer Ward did. You know what I'm saying? So that's the difference. So now when the disciples talk to Christ, when they leave, is the difference between camp and class. You know what I'm saying? The disciples sit down when Christ fed the men, the 5,000 men, he fed them with 2 fish and a couple loaves. He fed them, then he taught them. You know what I'm saying? That's class. But when he's speaking out in the street, when he at the temple of Diana, that's camp. You know what I'm saying? So he spoke in parables for people at camp, but he taught the disciples. He gave them a couple parables too, but you get my point, right? Mm-hmm. Where was we at? A bun? Yeah, I don't know. Where was that? Where was it? Oh, yeah, you was reading. Where was you at? Go ahead, yeah, let's finish that real quick.
Matthew, book of Matthew, chapter 21, verse 39.
Good.
And they caught him and cast him out of the vineyard and
That's what
slew him.
the son, they caught the son, cast him out of the vineyard and unalived him. Go ahead.
When the Lord, therefore,
thank the landlord, right? Go ahead.
when the Lord, therefore, of the vineyard cometh, what will he do unto these husbandmen?
Now, he's asking, this is Christ talking to the Sadducees, right? He said the servants came, and then the son came, and y'all unalived all of them. So when the Lord or the landlord of this land comes, what would he say? What would he do? Go ahead.
Verse 41. They said unto him, he will miserably destroy them. Wicked men.
Right.
Now, destroy those wicked men.
Now, sis, you see how he asked the question, right? He said, what would happen when the landlord come back? Now, mind you, this is a parable. We understand who the servants are. We understand who the husbandmen are because we hear all the time. But they get it too. So he said, what happened to those husbandmen? They understand it. It's like carnal and spiritual. Like when you read the Bible, think it's one way to look at it, but then it's a whole another way to look at it, right? It's like you can read it for the words, but then at some point the words jump off the page and it's real life. You like, damn, this is heavy. It's like a double entendre, right? So now when he said it to them, they like, oh yeah, he gonna destroy them wicked men. They what? They killed his son, they killed his servants. He gonna unalive them. What?
He will miserably destroy those wicked men, and will let out his vineyard into other husbands.
He gonna, what you got? Oh damn. They said real quick, we're gonna finish this out real quick. They said he gonna destroy them wicked men and then lend out his vineyard to other men, to other husbandmen. What?
Which shall render him the fruits in their seasons.
And then they gonna pay him. They gonna give him what was due, what they owe. What?
Jesus said unto them, Did ye never read in the scriptures? The stone which the builders rejected.
The stone the builders ain't that that's in Psalms or Proverbs, a bun. The stone the builders reject, and then in Psalms or Proverbs. The cornerstone that the builders reject. That's why he asked, did you read in the scriptures? It's in the scriptures somewhere, Psalms or Proverbs. Just look it up. You'll find it. Go ahead. What you got?
I got Psalms 118 and 22.
Yeah, you can read it real quick.
Psalm 118 and 22. The stone which the builders refused is become the headstone.
The stone the builders refused become the headstone. That's the one that they use. That's the keystone. That's the one that's weird looking. The weird looking stone that look like this. What? Yeah, the PA's emblem, right? It's the one that ain't got no plumb line, right? Yeah, it's a weird looking stone. Yo, y'all gotta chill, little man. All right, it's the weird looking stone. That's the cornerstone. Go ahead.
The stone which the builders rejected, the same is become the head of the corner. This is the Lord's stone, and it is marvelous in our eyes.
Just drop down to 45.
Verse 45. And when the chief priests and Pharisees have heard this parable,
mind you, sis, these the chief priests, meaning they got rank, they high men. Like this ain't just some regular men. These men that got power, authority. You know what I'm saying? These chief priests, high ranking men, and the Pharisees, when they heard the parable, go ahead.
Have heard these parables, they perceive that he spake of them.
They understood he was speaking about us. They was the chief priests and the Pharisees. They like, oh, he talking about us. He think he's slick. Go ahead. What you got, Cozy?
It's David all over again.
Yeah, David all over again. Go ahead.
Verse 46. But when they sought to lay hands on him, they feared the multitude because they took him for a prophet.
That's the point. Because they feared the people. They knew that they couldn't do nothing to him because he wasn't wrong. He spoke against them and everybody got it. But he didn't speak against them. He just said a parable. I said a story. And they thought my story was about them. No different than when he got booked or when he went to jail. And they was like, he was like, I don't see no wrong with him. And everybody's like, just unalive him, crucify him. Yeah, Hosanna. First he said Hosanna, Hosanna. Then he's saying crucify him. Go ahead. Sawana. Hey, can you get the mic to Sawana?
trying to understand is the Pharisees, they knew Christ was speaking about them and they knew who Christ was, but why did they come up against Christ knowing who he was?
Now think those men were not in the school and Christ was in the school, which is probably the reason that we read this scripture, right? All through the Bible, these men were in the school. And we going out the camp and we speaking. And all the Christians come up against us. They all say the same question that they just asked, right? And then when captain or the general get up and cut them to pieces, then they be like, they knew he talking about us. But everybody in the crowd know that we right. So they come up against us because they think they got authority on the Bible until they run into a bun. A bun got authority on the Bible, right? But Thumya and Barzal got authority on the Bible. So you might think you know the Bible until you get to a bun on the podium. And then you're going to find out you don't know the Bible at all. You just thought you knew. All you know is John 3:16. You don't even know 15 or 17. But you know John 3:16. That's all you got. A bun got a 100-round drum, and you got one bullet. It just ain't going to work. This is a bad fight for you. So that's the problem. They thought they knew the Bible. They thought they had, because they chief priests. They've been studying the Bible. They got scribes. They learned from scribes. They learned from men that have been studying the Bible since Judas Maccabees, where the Pharisees and Sadducees come from, since the Maccabean era. They've been taught the Bible and learning the Bible and the priest and all of that. We get it. We understand the Bible. There's some dude from Nazareth think that he can teach us about the Bible. He don't know what he's talking about. Some niggas from the street, excuse me, some brothers from North Philly gonna come teach us about the Bible. What he know about the Bible? He been in jail. He got locked up. What he know about the Bible? Some black kids gonna teach me about the Bible? No way. And then all your pastors come down and get cut to piss when the bun is on the podium. Go ahead.
The Pharisees, they knew he was right.
Yes, that's the thing. Just like the pastors know we right. They know we right. And that's the discourse, because they can't make him wrong. They can't make a bun wrong. You know what I'm saying? They can't make Taza or Barzal wrong. That's the hard part. And in order to prove them wrong, you just can't do it. Go ahead.
That's why they say, "Oh, you crazy," or "You gotta get a job."
They said Christ had a demon on him. They said, "Oh, you got a devil on you." They said Christ had a demon because they couldn't deal with him. They say we got all the time, but y'all wicked, y'all blasphemous. They say all type of stuff about us because they can't understand what we're saying. To us, to you, is common sense. It's regular. It makes sense. But to them, Christ was born from a woman that didn't have sex with her husband. He just appeared, and then she had intercourse with God, and then he just came out, and then he just started walking on water and turning water into wine and floating on everything. And I guess it was like Cisco when he ran across the women on the thong song video. It was amazing. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like that. To us, it's just regular, but to them, they just can't understand it. Follow me? Good. My bad, Coach. I don't mean to make jokes, but hopefully you understand what I'm saying to you. They said Christ walked on water, but Cisco walked on. And with that being said, I'm gonna pass the class to Precinct Officer Barzal. What's on Christ? What's on Christ? Hey, a bun. You turn the camera.
Sorry, one West 25th New York. Man, General YAHANNA, both the new brother and sister, and the new brother and sister went to school. They're all in 6 months. They're excluded on. They're checking up with the world, and they need transportation to a bridge. After 6 months, the brother and sister had interest in a particular person. He or she must get permission from the head to speak to the brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother and sister will. After this month period, with the permission from the head to marry. 5 was the command agreed by the book of Numbers, chapter 18, verse 21, also the book of Malachi, chapter 3, verses 8 to 10. I means 10% equal. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord give you, get to church department. Pretty fun, free will offering for the preach, not mandatory. Whatever amount you like to give, I become my own congregation.
Or whatever size bottle.
The day of the atonement. It'll be the 10th day of the 7th month. Slack. Memorial is blowing the trumpet. It's the first day of the 7th month. Friday, September 11, 2026. Read about that in the book of Leviticus, chapter 23, verses 24 and 25. I can before the boards in the hallway. If any brother wants to be a trooper in the school, that's where I'm at. Blue shirt, pants, headband, and scarf. With that, to submit, I might as well be stand. And if Israel, we're going to give a brother's credit to Luke. And if Israel, I.S.U.P.K. I might.
Y'all watch them, y'all shop right.
Down to the top, you can hang down. Sorry, turn the picture. This is I might, but you understand.
Which means most high in the name of Christ bless you when you get set to the brothers.
Especially the Shabbat would be with your feet at a 45-degree angle. The right hand clasp over your left. And when you say Barak, your open hand smack the chest instead of shoot back to the bump. And if Israel, we're going to get a sister straight to you. And if Israel, Barak.
The house of God, by Shem Yahushua. Which means most high watch over you in the name of Christ.
Y'all gonna talk, that's the switch.